everybody.
Hello.
Happy Saturday to you all. How you all doing? Welcome to another live session
with the Common Sense Sisters.
Yes. My name is Yo-Yo.
My name is Ella.
To all our returning Common Sense squads, we welcome you all. To the new members, welcome. Okay. I hope you had a good week.
Regular housekeeping, you know how we do it on this channel. If you're new to the channel, remember to click on the subscribe button. If you're joining us live for today, our rules on here is to be respectful and open-minded. Like, share, comment, hit the notification bell and all that good stuff, okay? If you're new to the channel, you can check out our About page to learn more about Common Sense Sisters and the squad. You can also visit our community page. That's where we'll keep everybody updated all the time on what's happening. And you can also visit our playlist and binge watch all the videos and watch the ads.
It's very organized.
It's very organized. And lastly, you can find us on different social media platforms at Common Sense Sisters everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, we're like MTN. Yeah.
Tea and everybody.
We hope everybody's doing good. Breaking news today.
Yes.
If you're joining us, make sure to leave a comment so we also know that you're here.
Yes.
All right.
Today is a day of heaviness. Happy New Year to you too.
Happy New Year.
Today is a day of heaviness, a day of a heavy topic where lives are involved, where serious situations are happening in our beloved country, Nigeria. As you can see on the screen today, we're going to be talking about two ladies, although it's just one of them you're seeing on the screen today, that sadly, their lives were cut short.
Yeah. And so the first case that we're going to be starting with is the case of Jennifer Anthony, who was allegedly murdered by her boyfriend Moses Oko in Lagos State.
I hope you all are hearing us.
I hope if you're hearing us, please let us know in the comment section so that we're not just talking to ourselves. Oh, I think Samolu is hearing. Okay, that's good. Yes. It's a very
heavy topic, and it's a topic that we've been working on for some time. And I think the more we talk about these issues, they are always ongoing. This is just one of the many that we have seen, and we continue to follow on to talk about it. And it's very sad that you set out your life as a young person, especially a young lady in Nigeria, where you are either you're going to school, you're pursuing your dreams, you're in a relationship or whatever it is, and the society keeps telling you how you should keep safe from bad people. But they don't talk to the bad people. We will be addressing, thank you for
letting us know, Samuel.
We will be addressing those today. But we want to put, from what we could gather for today's topic, we want to talk about the life of this young lady, this beautiful young lady that you can see on the screen. May her soul continue to rest in peace. Amen. And we hope that her parents and her friends, that the good memories she had while she was alive, will continue to live with them. As you can see, the young man on the screen right there, his name is
Moses Oko.
And who is Moses Oko? Moses Oko is, according to what we're reading from Punch newspaper, Nigeria, Moses Oko is a 20-year-old man, right? According to the newspaper, it says that he's also a student of, an undergraduate student of the University of Jos Zoology Department, right? Moses Oko, he has been arrested by the police for allegedly killing a 300-level student of the University of Jos named Jennifer Anthony. So for ritual purposes. So Jennifer Anthony had earlier been declared missing by friends and fellow students, right?
Yes.
Her lifeless body was later found at a hotel in Jos along Zaria Road on New Year's Day, which is January 1st, 2022, with some of her body parts, including her eyes, missing, right? The parading the suspected killer of the undergraduate at the command headquarters in Jos on Wednesday, which is last week. The state commissioner of police, Mr. Onyeka, said that Oko was arrested in Benue State with the help of his father, Joseph Oko, who is a lecturer at University of Jos. So obviously, when he was done with this crime, he fled to Benue State. The distance of travel, obviously, between Benue State and Jos, according to Google Search, is about 373 kilometers. That's over 5 hours, right? Now, according to the Commissioner of Police, the sequel of the gruesome murder of Miss Jennifer Anthony, a 300-level student of the University of Jos, whose lifeless body was found mutilated on January 1st, 2021, at Domus Passy Guest House in Jos by a man named this Mr. Oko, aged 20 years, right? The command, in a bid to arrest the perpetrator, launched an aggressive manhunt on the suspect and tactically trailed him to Benue State, where he was arrested by hawked eye police operatives of the command. The suspect will be arraigned in court as soon as investigation is completed. That's all we have for now concerning this case.
Yeah, and Jennifer was, I think she was found on New Year Day.
Yes.
And we have a lot of questions. And also, there is also another case. I don't know if we want to talk about the case before we then go into digging and asking other questions.
I think we can start with Jennifer first.
Okay, so we continue talking about Jennifer before we go into Plangnan. Okay, so I hope everybody is still hearing us on here. We're just making do with the visuals because we want you all to put a face behind the victim, which is Jennifer, and also put a face to the alleged perpetrator of the crime, which is Moses Oko.
Yeah.
I see other people are coming in. Welcome you, Eunice. Happy New Year. Welcome. And please be sure to share the video so other people can join us as well. To those who have not commented, we also can feel your presence.
Yeah, we can feel your presence. So we are seeing it. Okay.
Welcome you to remember to like the video.
Now let's go ahead with what we're talking about today. According to Samuel, you say we don't even know what Nigeria is turning to these days. Every young guy wants to become rich without going through the process of working hard to move up the ladder.
Very true.
Very
true, Samuel.
Now, Jennifer, I don't know if people ever saw that on social media. I think there was a video on social media of her with her boyfriend
on New Year's Eve, and we have the video here for you.
Yes,
if you haven't seen it, I think this was the last video she probably posted before this tragedy happened. And we're just going to play the video because we're going to analyze it as we're going.
Yeah.
So take a watch. The video has no audio. Obviously, it was muted. So this is what it looks like. So this is Jennifer. Just a regular girl that has a boyfriend.
And that's the boy. You see Moses Oko smiling there with his hair.
New Year's Eve.
Everything looking normal. The girl looking happy.
Just,
and
two people in quote unquote love in a relationship.
And you can see she put the hat there. She put blue, green, and red. So which shows you that she was in a happy state. The young man himself was also in a happy state.
Appears to be of sound mind. Hi, Toby. Welcome.
Exactly. So you can see that he's doing okay. He is doing fine in that video. Everything looks very normal. Now, this young man, took his girlfriend to the hotel. There's nothing wrong in that. People date people. It's relationship. It's normal. People go out, have fun, have a good time in university. So nothing. There's no offense in that. Smiling young man, right? The girl was obviously happy, but not knowing that would be her last day, or her last time, or her last moment on earth. This man, according to the story, drugged this lady.
Yeah. And we will be putting the links to all where we got our sources from Linda KG blog, Punch newspaper, and all of that.
Daily Trust.
They will be in the description blog, in the description box, so you can go and click and also read for yourself. Because those blogs, as well as newspapers, they will be updating as the story goes by. So you can continue.
It also says that it was gathered, right, according to this news source, that she was lured to the lodge, right, by the man suspected to be her boyfriend, and he drugged her before killing her. That's premeditated. And all her vital parts removed. And it was further gathered that the boyfriend, after the act, he left the hotel, removed virtually everything that might be used to trace him, including the lady's phone, that's including Jennifer's phone, and all Jennifer's valuable in her bag. A source close to the hotel also disclosed that the mutilated body of Jennifer was discovered by one of her friends who traced her to the hotel and discovered her in a pool of her blood, while her eyes and other vital organs were missing. The friend who discovered the incident alerted the hotel management, who invited the police. The remains of the body have been deposited in the Plateau State Specialist Hospital, right? And then you can see that ASP also confirmed the incident. My thing is, why? Why would this young man, why would you do that to somebody that you claim that you love? I think you were reading another news where they said the guy disguised.
Yes, so if you notice in this picture here, you see that Moses had something like, I don't know whether it's dreadlock, but he had long hair and whatnot. But when he was traced, and according to one of these newspapers reported that the father helped the police in trailing him to Benue State, all the way from Jos. But people who are not Nigerians, Jos is a different state from Benue, and if you're driving, it takes almost 6 hours to get there, meaning that Moses fled the scene and went to a psychiatric ward where they found him. So this is the state of him being arrested now, where the CP, and that's the chief police person, gave an interview to AIT that they have caught this boy, and then investigation and whatnot is ongoing. Comments, right? So if you look at this picture of Moses here and the picture of Moses here, you can see it's very, very, very different.
Within a week, within days,
it's very, very, very different. Yeah, you look at someone of sound mind who is most likely aware of what he is doing. And the reason why we're focusing on the picture and the looks of Moses is because when he was eventually paraded by the police, his father, Joseph Oko, was telling the police that his son usually takes marijuana, aka weed, aka lad, aka igbo. I'm using all these things because weed and marijuana is known with different names from different audience, right? And so his son also told him that weed is better than cigarettes. You know, he's had issues with his son smoking before, where he smells it and he would speak to the son about it, but the son will say, Daddy, this is better than cigarettes. So my question is, okay, son is found in a psychiatric home. And maybe the basis of it is, okay, when they arrest him, they'll say he's mentally ill, he did not know what he was doing, and blah, blah, blah. But we are in Canada, we live in a country where weed is legal. People
smoke it. They take smoke breaks at work to go and smoke weed.
And I know that some people also even put some other drugs and mix it with their weed. But it's very, I've never really heard of a case where somebody got so high that they went and they killed somebody. They
went and they prepared drug. They prepared drug and they drugged the victim.
Drove to the hotel. I paid for the hotel.
Checked in. You know.
Drug this victim, not only drugged her, but then you pluck out her eyes with the fork. You pluck out her eyes with the fork and you steal other vital organs. And after you finish your crime, you gather your property, gather her properties, and you flee away. What kind of kindness is this? This sounds like a cautious, rational decision to me now.
Obviously premeditated. I like to see this as a premeditated thing because obviously it was for ritual killing
or harvesting.
Because
I think these days people just say ritual. But
some people are harvesting other people's organs.
When you put rituals, it makes it sound so spiritual. I think there should not be earthly consequences for what has been done, right? And so we have a lot of questions that we are going to be asking the police, the people who are closer to the people in this case, because we, the public, we need answers. We need answers. Number one, we have already established through the help of news papers, blogs, and news channels that Moses is 20 years old. How old is Jennifer? We do not know how old Jennifer is. We know that both of them are university students. We know that Moses' father is also a professor, I think, in that same university of Jos. We want to know, will the police be carrying out an autopsy of Jennifer? We want to know, what state was she in? When did nobody hear? Did nobody hear? Was she not screaming in the hotel? You know, there are so many questions.
If there's CCTV cameras there, when did Moses check in?
Who checked him in?
When he checked in, what was his state? What was he physically looking like? You know, what was his demeanor, all that, his mannerism. We want to know the time he left the hotel. Did he check out of the hotel? We want to know if cleaners went in there.
The next day.
We want to know if the police, they are doing ongoing investigation. If they close the crime scene and did some forensic swiping and evidence and all that to get DNA and all those things. We want to find out.
As they've also uncovered some from maybe they got phone, see who he was communicating
to ping his phone. as well.
Before the crime, after the crime. All these things are very, very, very necessary and important. This is why forensics is highly important in Nigeria. And I don't think that the forensics team playing or whatever that goes in Nigeria is as strong, if you know what I mean. Eh? Let's see what the comments are saying.
Yeah. If IFC is saying that his parents are not even denying that he did it. They didn't also acknowledge that, right?
It looks crazy.
Well,
looks can be deceptive, eh?
Very, very, very deceptive. See the way he's looking now with the evil facial expression. Exactly. So he smoked the crude one. Eunice is saying he smoked the crude one. It's not refined in any way, and the amount consumed too could have contributed to his insanity. Eunice, that is not, I don't really agree. No. See, did you watch the video when he was driving? He looked very normal.
He looks very, very normal.
It looks
all this can be a play into saying that, you know, and if they know that if to in one way or other allege that, you know, he was mentally unstable, then it makes the crime lesser, because it seems as if he was not doing it in his pure state of mind.
Exactly.
Okay, if you're mentally unstable due to weed, then why are you smoking it in the first place?
Another thing is
why did you harm yourself?
Another thing is that Jennifer's friend that traced her to go and look for her in the hotel. It means that obviously Jennifer may have, I'm alleging that, told her friend that I'm going to this place, right? So it was that her good friend that went to the hotel and asked for her and alerted the management about what might be going on, right? What might be going on. What you describe is called chain of evidence. The chain must not be broken if you are to get proper evidence.
Exactly.
That's true, unit. You are right. Exactly. So all these questions, the police people, just in case, just keep those things in mind.
Especially for the hotel. CCTV camera is very important, because we have to know what time he checked in, what time he left.
In what state? Was his hair like this? You know, how did he leave and all those type of things? It's very, very important.
Was he frantic when he left the place? You know, did he return the hotel key? These are very, very vital. And I'm so thankful for our friend, because imagine, does it mean that, you know, how hotels, when people they call me cleaners clean between 11 to 12 and like 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. So because it was New Year, were the cleaners actively going to clean the room? Because if the friend did not raise that alarm, then more time would have passed.
Plus, I don't even know how the parents would have felt, like hearing the news of your child being gone on New Year's Day. On New Year's Day, it is very painful. It is very painful.
Yeah,
exactly.
She wouldn't
Lola.
And obviously nobody would have screamed, so the people in the hotel would not have heard.
If not that her friend went to look for her. Exactly. Welcome, Rita. I got from these evil people. The thing is that it's terrible. Now, this is one story. There is another one before we open the link for people to come and give their opinion on this topic. Another thing about this thing is that people, we are from a culture where people are always victim blaming.
There is no empathy.
There is no empathy for victims. Hardly before you hear any empathy. When a girl has been drugged or has been raped or has been harmed or killed, they are always looking for a way to blame the girl. That's a culture that needs to stop. Stop teaching victims how to stay secure, because no matter how secure somebody is, Jennifer, when you watch that video, there's no way Jennifer would have known. There's no way Jennifer would have known that it would be her last. That this boy smiling here, this her boyfriend, that she put 3 hearts on the video, that he was going to drug her and kill her. Let's put humanity to that and think. All of us will date it.
Some people, I was reading some comments online and they were very toxic. It's like, oh, I'm not doing me, and my body's they to be dating Yahoo boys. They know what they're getting into. It does not matter. Nobody's saying Yahoo is good, but nobody deserves their life. And it's high time we stop telling victims how to behave. Because victims are victims. No matter what they do, they are the victims. It is the perpetrators of the crime. How about don't kill? Don't go and sell people's body parts. If there's any people that believe in ritual, whatever, all these ritual things, don't do it. Then there will be no crime. There will be no crime. You know? Yeah, Nigerians are already blaming the girl that is going out with Yahoo. But you are saying, look at how she's dressed, look at the video she's making. Do you know that Jennifer also helped in solving this crime by posting this video on social media?
Exactly.
Some people will say, oh, don't put this on social media. Social media is personal. But last year, when Inni was killed by that boy, I can't remember his name, but it was Twitter that helped solve the crime.
Right, because
it was social media.
Exactly.
Social media is very, very good in alerting all these things.
And tracing back time. If you have to look at investigative stuff to look through this whole thing.
Jennifer should not be blamed for anything. All she is just a young girl who is in a relationship, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. The only wrong thing here is this 20-year-old boy who didn't give fit to snatch the life out of this young lady.
Thank you, Eunice. Eunice is saying that she was comfortable in the company of her boyfriend.
Yes.
She trusted him. Nobody ever suspects that their boyfriends will kill them.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you. Because like, how do you go about start living a paranoid life because you say that you are a young girl that you want to be safe? Why should that be? Why should it be the body?
Exactly.
Of the girl?
Exactly. To be crazy people. How about those dating politicians? What has that got to do with it? Exactly. That's what I say. Who you are dating, nobody saying to go out intentionally to a crazy person. But if you are in a relationship, that does not warrant your partner to kill you for any reason.
It makes me wonder that what triggered her friend to check up on her, looks out for each other.
Let's look out for each other
and to be exactly. So most likely Lola, I'm just speculatively thinking that she may have told her friend that we're going to this place today. You know how girls do now. This is where we'll be hanging out, just in case.
And it's New Year's Eve. How many people can lie and say they did not spend New Year Eve with their relationship partner?
I mean, Jennifer had dreams. Jennifer had goals.
Beautiful girl, 300 level students. Do you know what it means for you to get to 300 level in a Nigerian university? In the struggles that she would have had to go through, her parents, her family, her loved ones, and seeing all these things. Then you go online, you see unempathetic people talking gibberish, focusing on things that don't matter. Let us stop re-victimizing the victim. It's not a good thing. I think we should talk about the other case before we start letting people come in.
Yeah, there's another case too that happened in Jos.
Also in Jos, few days after this. And this is the case of a lady called Plagnan Solomon. Do you have the details for that? Right?
Yeah. Okay, so you see this beautiful lady on your screen. She's also from Jos.
Her coverage is not as loud as that of Jennifer, but we have to also speak on it.
She's a resident of Congo, Russia, in Jos North local government area of Plateau State, and she has been found dead. The corpse of the victim, identified as Plagnan Solomon, was dumped around popular Plateau Radio TV Corporation (PRTV) in Rayfield area of Jos South local government of the state. She was found dead in the said area with her eyes and other parts of her body removed. Victor Kwara, a community leader at Congo, Russia, confirmed the incident to Daily Trust on Friday, adding that she had been buried. The incident happened a day after the Plateau State Police Command, through spokesman ASP Uba Gabriel, confirmed the murder of Jennifer
Anthony's case. Yeah. So this happened after Jennifer, and if you look at the similarities, both of their eyes were plucked out.
The killing of the two women had thrown many residents of Jos North and Jos South into confusion, with some alleging that the ritualists have trooped into their state. So there's fear. There is fear. Look at this beautiful lady. She's also gone.
Now this one now, the case of boyfriend, nothing.
They just found her.
She was just found. She went home. She did not come back after 4 days, and then people, there was a body found in their community. People started spreading the pictures around social media, and so I think it was her, according to which Daily Trust or Linda KG blog that wrote this. They stated that it was her nephew who saw the pictures and thought, maybe this could be my auntie, and he told the grandma about it. And then before they went to the police station and they looked at, but obviously the police had already buried Plagnan at this time. And then after looking at the picture that the police had, they confirmed that it was her. They confirmed it was her. This is another case of organ harvesting, ritual, whatever terms you want to put it, but a young woman's life has been lost. Not only her life lost, vital organs were taken away, and once again, the eyes. What is wrong with these people and the eyes? And also, are there no CCTV camera around the radio station area? What's going on? How do you go ahead and how did the police just go ahead and allegedly just bury the person? You don't look for the family member. Anything. There's nothing, no investigation, nothing. No autopsy. How can cases like this be handled so carelessly? And time is very. Allegedly you say you buried the body because it's rotting. Obviously the body is supposed to rot. But what about investigations?
There's nothing. That one
you
is
know,
not
we
on
cannot be leaving things to allegedly God in Nigeria. Oh, God will fight my battle. Because the more we leave these things and allow quote unquote the sleeping dogs, like more people will be killed.
Anyways, we are going to be there's another short story. Let me tell you that this thing is even beyond just age of like only young people. This one happened in Bayelsa. We don't have a picture of it, but this one happened in Bayelsa in January. I think it was on January 5th of this year, right? It says that Bayelsa police arrest 3 suspects of attempted ritual killing, right? The detective said that the preliminary investigation revealed that suspect, namely Emotomi and some other guys, they were 15-year-old boys, 2 boys, right? They had allegedly accosted one 13-year-old girl, hypnotized her to follow them to an apartment in that Sangbana community, cut her finger and sprinkled the blood on a mirror for ritual purposes. But however, vigilant youths noticed the suspicious movement of the suspects and raised alarm, and the suspects were subsequently arrested, and some substance suspected to be charms were recovered from them. The suspects have confessed to the crime. So these ones don't have any face because obviously they are minor. We'll be opening the link very soon. Our question is why the victim blaming?
What is this about quick money, like Samolu said, and this ritual? Like, who are we actually going to blame? Like, what is the problem now? This quick, and I don't know why people honestly believe in this. You got to kill somebody to make money. I don't know why.
So we're going to be putting the link there. We want to understand this situation. We want people to call in to tell us that, what advice do you have?
What's your take on this matter?
What's your take on this matter? Because there are so many. When we're doing some research online, it's been ongoing from August to September to November to October. Everything it's been ongoing.
What is a 15-year-old going to go and kidnap a
13-year-old, luring her into an apartment, and then he cut her finger. They cut her finger and sprinkle it on mirror.
What? Like, I don't understand what's going on anymore. So, I don't. And like, I think somebody was saying it at the beginning that today is not be today when all these ritual things started in Nigeria and whatnot. But like, what is in the minds of all these perpetrators of this crime? And like,
young men, why?
At what level do you get to in your life where you can actually go and take another person's life?
We want to understand because, like, young men, why? Why would you decide that you have the right to take the life of another human being because you want to make more money? Because you want to make more money. And then you disguise and say you are not mentally okay. Why? Why? This girl deserves better. Jennifer Anthony, she deserves better. She has dreams. She had hope. She had dreams. She had hope. She was looking forward to enjoying 2022. And this man, this wicked man on the screen that you are seeing, deemed it fit to lure this lady that you are dating. You took her to the hotel. Then you drugged her. Then you took away her body. Like, how? How do you get to that level of insanity? How do you get to we all went to university now. I mean, some of you are here. You had boyfriends and girlfriends now. Come on. You will not, that is hardly any way you will really suspect that the person that professes love to you or you are showing love to is capable of taking your life. It's capable, like, why?
We have the links in the comment section for those who want to join in, and if you have something to say, if you want to come in, if you want to hide your face, you can do that when you come in.
Yeah, you don't really have to show your face. That's fine.
You can speak onto the matter. Yeah, Felix, welcome. It's very, very, very heartbreaking.
It's very painful.
It's very, very heartbreaking. And I'm tired of all this advice where I see on young girls be careful, women be careful, this one be careful. Do you know how careful women are? Do you know how careful? Still, people will still blame. Still, people will still blame. Even in death, they can't even help to even kind of solve a crime by posting that video.
It's being in Nigeria and making you an endangered species as a woman. What kind of wala is this?
I don't know. I can't, because we told that first week of the new year, back to back.
Lola is saying something here. Lola is saying that the PRO TV, which I think Lola is referring to the Plagnan
case
area where she was found. Right, this lady, the PRTV area where she was found is close to our family home.
Oh my God.
Rayfield is under development, so vast open space, and so CCTV no go possible. Very sad.
Goodness. And that's my fear for Plagnan's case, that this case will just
go under
just
the
die like that.
Yeah.
Just die. It's already not even receiving as much publicity.
We don't even know.
You know, the guy was young. At 20, you can still be very impressionable. Even at 20, it's very hard to take life.
Exactly.
He might have not acted alone. That's what we're saying. That's what we're saying. That all these questions that the police have to put in mind, they should look at his phone, trace his history, who he's been talking to.
Look at his social media page.
Every single thing. Tell it how to join. If you click on this link, you're joining from Facebook. If you click on this link, that we just posted here.
There's the Facebook link as well.
You'll be able to, you'll see it on Facebook as well. You'll be able to click to join in.
Yeah.
And then we can have our conversation on here.
Yeah. It's very painful. It's very painful now. So parents that will be sending, in Nigeria, some people go to university as young as 15 years old. They will start my God.
So you want to say, okay, young people should not be being in relationships anymore.
What do you mean?
What do you say to Plagnan that they've not investigated anything related to relationship, but she was still found dead? What do you want to say that people that get kidnapped in the afternoon, maybe they're just going home or whatever? You know, the problem here is not the victim. I think we have to honestly reshape our minds. The problem can never, for the most part, be on the victim. You have to look at the perpetrators of the crime and hold them accountable. I still keep saying this thing. I think when they limit this thing to ritual killing, it kind of it makes the case seem as if it's not the fault of the person. Oh, now for rituals, now they do. And we have one person in the studio. We have Felix in the studio. Before we add Felix in, we want to remind everybody you have to do these cardinal things before we add Felix in, okay? All right.
So we're going
to be adding Felix
here from Felix.
All right. Are you there?
Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Common Sense Sisters.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I'm happy and glad to hear from you guys. How are you doing this year?
We're doing good. How are you? Hope you're doing fine.
Oh, we thank God for today.
Your sound is muffling up.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, but it looks like you're moving things with your hand. So if you can be steady a bit.
Oh, okay.
We're hearing
maybe I think it's my phone. Well, this topic makes sense. The problem I'm seeing is not even this guy. Let's just take it back to what is happening around Nigeria. The thing is that the youth now are not focusing in professionalism, in job. They are looking at, I want to get money today, I want to make money. If you ask average Nigeria or all the people in Nigeria now, everybody wants to be a billionaire because they are seeing the way the rich people are throwing money, the luxury cars, even when they don't own the car. Most of those big cars you are seeing people riding, they don't own it, they rent it. And when they come to occasion, they throw monies and thousands of dollars, and people will watch those things on social media, and those things they become tasty and hunger of those things. So it's not only this guy. A lot of young people are looking for a place to do money ritual. Many of them. I have known, during the days I'm living in Senegal, I've known many people that went to sleep with pig, with goat, even with chicken, because they want to make money. Many Nigerians, because they want to make money. Some of them died. Some of them, we buried them, and they don't make even the money. So these things are just the hunger and tasty of money. And if someone will ask me, I will still say this thing boils down to the system of Nigerian government. Because people used to say that we don't need government. A system that don't have law institutions will always fall at this kind of issues, because people no longer have confidence in government. There's so many people that go to school don't have jobs. So the people you are trying to ask them to go to school, they will ask you, the people that have graduated, are they working? So a lot of things are going on in the country that will make someone frustration, even to eat food. A woman can even sleep with you for 1,000 naira. Imagine that in Nigeria, just because she want to eat, not because she's a prostitute. So a lot of things are going on in Nigeria. I know, I can understand that some people are personally greedy for urge of wealth. That one is understandable. But frustration at a point can push you in thinking so many things
So I
that
have
you don't want to think. Yes, go ahead.
With regards to this topic now, we know that there's problem in Nigeria and all those things. The fact that system is not working is not a prerequisite for someone to take another person's life, right? That can be. But in relation, if you can narrow it down to this case of today, of this topic of today, like what's your opinion on today's topic, on the life of Jennifer, on the life of what they call him? Moses.
Like, do you have any?
Like, Moses was an undergraduate student. His father was a lecturer in the school.
I don't even know how to.
The issue, Sarah, the issue is that whosoever that break the law will pay the price to it. So that is the simple truth. There's no negotiation. But the truth again that you have to look into is that the system is our Nigerian system is porous. That like they can quench the fire. So there's no justice in Nigeria. All of us knows that. Nothing like justice. Is the rich put the justice. When you have the money, you can buy the law. That is what Nigeria is all about. But if we follow due process, this guy need to go for life imprisonment because no reason for anybody to take anyone's life. Life is so. How can you take a life that you don't give? But the problem is that the system allow the law to face its full course? That is the question.
That's a very good question. Can the system allow the law to take full course? Is the system even equipped? Like we were here talking about forensics, how important it is within the first few hours of when a crime like this has been committed. Does Nigeria, does Jos or Benue State or wherever state, do they have the capacity to handle cases like this? Because I don't want this to be a case of they will say, oh, it does
they sweep it under the carpet.
The smoke it go. It's
like they swept the case of Uwa that went to church to go and read.
So
2 years ago.
It's very terrible. And we know that yes, some young people want to gain quick cash, and this is another part of the reason why we're doing this live stream, to tell people that you have to actually work hard. Killing people is not going to give you riches. It's not going to give you riches. We have Samolu. We're going to be adding Samolu now. And Felix, you're also still on here, but we would just like to hear Samolu speak first. Samolu, you're in. You can unmute yourself. Samolu, you're still muted, so you have to unmute yourself.
Okay. Hi, common sense sister. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I think I'm having problem with my earpiece. I don't know why.
No, we're hearing you clearly.
It's disconnecting me from. Okay, let me just leave that here. I will just speak directly to the phone. Happy New Year, ladies.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, it's good to join you, girls.
Nice
I think you did one live last week.
Yeah, I saw live during the week.
Yes.
Last week was Mommy Gio.
Oh, you did Mommy Gio last week?
Yes, so we did Mommy Gio last Saturday.
Yes. I think I saw a short clip on that you posted maybe on your community page or somewhere. I saw it that you did like, okay. Coming to this issue that happened, now, the problem we have in Nigeria is a systemic problem. It's starting from the fact that our security network is broken down. People can do stuff and get away with it. That is why you now see a lot of these guys trying the luck to, because they believe that there is, maybe they've seen somebody that has done the same thing without no consequence. You think people are missing, they can't trace them, they can't find them. And, and some of this, they have a knowledge of what is going on. Some of these young guys.
Yeah.
We don't know the level of their extent of criminalities, what they are capable of doing. Most especially, most of these guys, they are cultists. Because it takes somebody that has a very, very, must have been a very hardened criminal who has a very, very hardened heart to do something like this. Because you can't see somebody that has a very soft heart, to be engaged in this kind of criminality.
Yeah.
For you to kill someone, and not only killing someone, maybe random person you see from nowhere, but somebody you call your girlfriend, somebody you claim to love, you have emotions with, you are emotionally attached to. It means that from the beginning of the relationship, there has never been any, it was just a disguise, just to, yes, and it also comes to the value system, how we raise our kids, because there is a way a parent will put on, raise a child, even though the child is like me. Now, I'll give myself an example. In my family, they see me as a rebel because I don't, try to follow the pattern of the way people take religion dogmatically, how people are being very dogmatic about religion and all those stuff. I am, I a lot. I decide not to follow everybody's, but there is a level of what I'll say, a value system my father put in me, my parents they put in me, that there are some things that I cannot involve in, even if I have friends that have done it. In fact, if you're my friend, you're doing it, you won't even be my friend again. That one is very certain, because there is the kind of person I want to move with, I want to influence me. If I meet you as a friend while I was growing up, not now that I'm even much an adult, it's very difficult for you to influence me, because the way I was raised and the value system that was instilled in me. I try as much as possible to influence my friends in the way I want my life to be. Even if you're a very bad person, when you meet me, you have to change. If you can't change, then we cease to be friends.
Principles.
So some of these guys have, the way they were raised, they are easily being influenced. The guy might even be raised in a very good home, but because he has a very weak mind, or it depends a lot of factors. And also, one of the factors that contribute to all these things is, what is going on social media, fake life, and all those. Everybody want to ball, they want to quickly make money, they want to start, living the life
living big boys, like what Felix was saying.
Yes, exactly. I don't, I was distracted in the course of your program. The other lady, I didn't hear what you actually say, what happened to the other lady. But the first one, I saw it on Instagram when it was posted that this guy is missing. And later they now say they caught the guy. But the other one, what really happened? Was she killed too?
Yeah, so for the other lady, right, it says that, I'm reading from Daily Trust. The other lady, she's a resident of where they call Congo, Russia, in just not local government area, right? Her corpse, that's the lady on the screen here, her name is Plagnan Solomon. Her corpse was identified and was dumped around popular Play 2 Radio Television Corporation called PROTV in Rayfield area of Jos South local government area of the state. This one, they don't even know. They just only found the body.
They don't know anything about how it got there.
Nothing.
There's no story behind it. The news is not even carrying.
And then they say the police that allegedly has already buried the body.
They are saying that they didn't carry any investigation before because nobody came to report the case. But the families are alleging that they reported the case already.
And someone had posted in the comment section that the place is kind of like remote and developing, and
so there will not be room for like CCTV areas and all of that.
Was our body mutilated?
Yes, the eyes were plucked out as well. So that's what, and this is also in Jos. So that's what we're saying. People that think about this ritual thing,
they said her eyes and other parts of her body were also removed. Tam is asking the question here. Okay, you all say money rituals. So what are they doing with the body?
That's what we're saying. That's exactly what we're saying. That way people say money. That way people say rituals, they limit. It's like you limit the crime to something just. Hey, na spiritual something, na rituals. No.
It's like harvesting organs.
Exactly.
Then that's where you get money from. It has nothing to do with they keep person, they spray the blood from mirror, and all of a sudden the money when they come. That's not what it's about. Tammy is mostly the eyes and other parts of the vital. They didn't mention what the other vital organs were.
But at least notice for the eyes.
It was the eyes. It was the eyes.
You let it be on point, because me, I don't actually believe in money rituals, because I don't even know I don't know how the spirit or whatever they do the rituals to how it's going to bring out the money. Because I've worked in bank for many years, and I was working in operation where I manage the vault. I have the key and everything. there is never a time that a penny has been lost in my bank because of a spirit that come and take money from the bank to go and give. I don't understand, because when some staff try to do it, I think I mentioned on your program, there's somewhere one of the branch of Zenith Bank in Maiduguri then many years ago. The staff, they claim they put calabash in the vault where they keep the money.
Yes,
They now put some feathers, put some. They tried to burn the, and they said it was the money ritual spirit that came to take the money overnight. And when the when they were picked by the police and were seriously dealt with, they confessed now that they were the one that actually chopped the money. It's not possible. It's not possible that so money don't disappear when from bank or CBN vault or anywhere to go and give to them. So where is the money coming from? All these people that do money rituals, those money that they were getting, how do they have a serial number? Did they have so the truth is that nobody, what they are doing is organ transplant. That is it's a big business, a black market business going on in Africa. People were being killed. They're taking their bodies, they're selling it all over the world. Transfer, it is, and it's unfortunate that this thing, we don't really investigate them very much. We don't, and there are top people that are even involved in this kind of criminality. So I don't really believe in money rituals, that there is a spirit that will bring money to them. If it's that possible, the herbalists that are doing this money ritual, they should be one of the richest people now. You see their family, they're still living in penury, living in mud house and all those things. And they live in the bush. In the bush, I don't understand. But to me, I don't believe in money ritual. I believe they do organ transplant, and it's an underworld criminality, and we need our agencies, to really do their jobs. And we, as some of us are parents, we need to try and talk to our young ones, be security vigilant and all the. But the most important thing is that Nigeria needs a total overhaul and a good value system instilled in our young generation, so that we don't end up, recycling this type of criminality. That's my point. Thank you.
So, Samuel, please hang on there. I think I would have to ask you a question later after Toby contributes. Since you people are men, I would want to ask you a question. So, Toby, let's hear your take on the matter.
Hey, hello guys. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hi. Happy New Year. Samulu, I greet you. How you doing, bro? So this is yeah, all right. So this is a very sad story. I'm sitting here like I'm shocked. Like every time you guys flash the guy's face, it's like, wow. Like what drives somebody to this level of evil, to somebody you profess love to, somebody you claim you love, you're supposed to protect and be there for them and all of those good things that normally associated with being in a relationship, and then you murder the person and then you harvest their body parts. I mean, I have no words for this guy. It's really sad. The 2 points I'll just make quickly. It's number one, there is no excuse. We can talk about the socio-economic situation in the country, and we've always talked about that if things were to improve, many of this criminality, many of these things that we call crimes will go down. We know that. It's been proven all over the world. When people have good jobs to go to, when they have a thriving society, when they have meaning to their lives, generally things will, it's going to be a new level of criminality, not some of these things we're seeing. But having said that, there is no excuse whatsoever for anyone to take another person's life, especially in such a crude manner. So you being in penury, you hustling, you struggling, does not excuse, it does not in any way excuse you to commit such a heinous crime. And I just want to say that it's horrible, and I think it's just sad that the guy is from Benue. That's all I got to say.
We don't know where he's from. He was left Jos and was caught in a
okay, great. I'm not trying to make this an ethnic issue, but I just couldn't figure because I heard that Benue was involved or whatever. But again, regardless of where it's from, I'm praying for the family of this girl that they will find some kind of solace and peace. Nobody should have to lose a child in such a gruesome way. And this guy, let me say this real quick. So this is not the first time we've seen cases like this. And every time that these things happen, there's almost like some kind of connivance between the criminals and our authorities, those who are supposed to investigate, those who are supposed to do due diligence, the painstaking due diligence that's required for such cases like this. So oftentimes you find out that, you guys pointed out, they rush the case.
Yeah.
There's no proper investigation. There is no autopsy report. There is nothing. And then you ask them, okay, why are you rushing this case, sir? Why are you doing this? They say, oh, no, the body is rotting away, this and that and the other. But come to find out that at the end of the day, there is some kind of shenanigan going on between the people that are behind the crime and those who are in authority. So I'm taking this opportunity to, if they're listening to us, for those in authority, for how long would you continue to do this? Okay, what do you have to gain? Money. The money that you are going to spend, that it will finish. Aren't you interested in building a better society? A society where, because one of these days it will come back to you. That's just how it works. It may be your own child, it may be your own family member. So now you're in a position of authority, you are covering up crimes, you are participating in all these evil things, and you think, oh, I'm getting paid or whatever. But at the end of the day, though, you're going to die one day, even if you spend all the money. So why can't we just work together and build a better society? Exactly. A society where there is justice, where there is equity, where we can progress as a people, instead of in this day and age still allowing this kind of crude behavior to happen. Lastly, real quick, guys, the people that are I don't know too much about money rituals. So whether it's money ritual, whether it's body parts harvesting, the people that are prescribing this act, that are telling them, oh, if you get a young girl's eyes or a young girl's heart or whatever, those people will have to be arrested as well. If you are a herbalist, if you are some baba somewhere and you sit there, you don't do it, but you tell them to go do it, all of them should be brought to. Maybe it's time we start prosecuting all these people. That way, perhaps we can get somewhere. But otherwise, it's really a sad story nonetheless. And I'm just wishing the family of the girl peace at this time. I'll leave it there for now, guys.
Okay, thank you so much, Obi. Please hang on there with Samuel, because I have for both of you.
And if you want to join the live stream, you can join by clicking on the link which is posted as well.
So Tammy, is called money ritual because that's the popular name and what is known as for such a heinous crime in Nigeria. Right? So, but I understand what you're saying.
I do agree with Tammy to stop calling me money ritual because like I was saying, it kind of strips the crime of what it is. Then it makes it all overly spiritual. And you cannot persecute spiritual cases. You can't persecute spirits. Go to persecute spirits. It's not human being that will persecute spirits. So that's why you call it what it is. And I genuinely think it's organ harvesting.
Yeah. So my question to Toby and Samulu is, at least you people were young men in your 20s at some point in your life. I know that Samulu was probably in Nigeria at that time in his 20s. Samulu, are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So like this thing about make them fast, make I for impress babe, so I can impress babe. What did it ever cross you people's minds when you were in your 20s as at that time when you were young men?
Because some of the reasons that these so-called quote-unquote Yahoo boys give is that the girls want the money. So in order to get the girls, you have to get the money.
The pressure the young, even teenagers are going through today is different from what we went through. I must admit that the teenagers and young guys today have more pressure. They are going through a lot of pressure, in order to meet up with their peers compared to our days. Because I can remember then when I finished university, then the mobile phone. It was the year that I finished, I think a year after I just finished, when mobile phone just got to Ife. where I schooled. You know, I was even. I remember some of my classmates that we were making. We were just say, thank God we left school because some people will be peppering each other now with this type of phone they want to bring to school. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
That, you know, they'll be peppering each other. Which type of phone you want to bring to school? You know, during our days, you can only pepper with the way you dress, the kind of shoe you wear, all those stuff. And if your parents are rich, you'll be able to come with, or you see one or two people. I think in my class, it was only one guy. We are about 80 something or 90. It was only one person that was, you know, that has a car in my class. And the whole of faculty, maybe the student that has car, they are not even a faculty of about 5,000 students, maybe not up to 10 or students that are having a car. But like how many years later when I finished, because I went back to the same school to do my master's, I could see students with different cars. Although, you know, I went there to go and do exams because we do our lectures. We go there to during the exam. We go during normal school time because our lecture was weekend. But during normal, so I saw a lot of cars and a lot of, you know. And I just went into the school and see around. Look at, you see guys not from a rich home, you know, driving different kind of exotic cars and all those, so that even the lecturer cannot ride. Some of these guys are Yahoo guys, but they are also students. They are also students. You can see the level of pressure this their generation is going through, and there are many of these guys want to meet up. If you are somebody of a feeble mind, somebody that is of a weak mind, you are not that very. You don't have a very strong mind. In strong will, exactly. You don't know what you stand for. You don't see your future ahead of what is in what you are seeing today. It's possible that you might be influenced to go and do one thing or the other, and be influenced. Maybe if you are not going to this organ transplant or something more worse criminal activity, you can be doing Yahoo and all those stuff. Even when I finished school, I was looking for a job. Then in my area, where I grew up as a kid, in fact, the Yahoo was just starting there. You see guys, maybe your neighbor that they cannot even afford to, you know, you begin to see that they're already buying a car and all those stuff. I saw everything. In fact, I almost tried to join them at the time, but I just say, I'm not, you know, I'm not cut off for this kind of lifestyle. And I try to pursue my dream, you know, to look for the type of job I was looking for, and good for me. I got what I wanted, which was my breakthrough.
Working well for you today.
Yeah. Even though it took you time, but it's working well for you.
As opposed to people who chose to be influenced in those days.
Exactly. I still have some of my secondary that were influenced. I'm coming. They were influenced by what they see around. Try to involve themselves in this type of activities, and at the end of the day, they burn their finger. I could remember there was this my mate. He was in LUT, that is College of Medicine. He was in year 4 when he dropped out. Why did he drop out? They were involved in one Yahoo transaction that made Interpol to be looking for them. They came to his school to come and look for him, posted all his picture all over the school. He ran away from Lagos to Port Harcourt for 2-3 years. He couldn't come back. That was how he dropped out from medical school. He could have been a medical doctor today.
Young men in the background, I hope you people are hearing.
Why would you allow yourself to be pressured that much?
Young men.
It's not a video of peer pressure for those who get to
Yo, they're hearing you, don't worry.
Young men, are you listening to your elders? Who are men like him talking?
So you can see that he's a very brilliant guy. He was already in 400 level, and he had to run away because they were looking for him. Some of them were arrested, spent some years in Kirikiri and all those, but he had to run away. But he was expelled from the school anyway. He couldn't come back to come and start because he's already declared wanted. And today, when I see, we still talk. We are seen in secondary school group. But when I remember, I say, this is how guy. He's struggling to today. In fact, he's still not yet married. In fact, out of all our mates, he's the only one that is still not yet married.
It's good if he's not married, though.
At least good. No children with no
You don't have to marry.
No, it's not that he couldn't get married, but he couldn't even find it. He's still struggling.
When he finish and make money and then you can marry. But
I'm doing it. So let me hand over to Toby. My boys are disturbing. I wanted to give you a thought. I've been listening at the background.
No, I think Samalu said it all. So in my 20s, there will always be peer pressure, right? There will always be, reasons to go astray or whatever, to want to over impress. You guys talked about impressing the girls. That will always be there, whether in your 20s or in your 50s, or it doesn't matter.
Was he applied?
Yeah, women, you people have something on us that we've not been able to figure out.
Women, that's young men.
We are the creators of mankind.
Common sense, sister. You people, you are too powerful in this world. So, Lick, I just wanted to acknowledge that whether you're in your 20s or in your 60s, women will always influence men. It's the truth of the matter. But having said that, come on, you don't have to go and be taking someone's life or whatever, or because you want to impress or whatever. That's just evil. Let me also say this real quick, right? There's always been ritualistic practices in our culture in Africa, even in Nigeria. So we cannot deny that. Now, it is a real thing. If you go into our history as a people, rituals happen using human beings, sacrifice. There was a time we used to bury people with kings, virgins, because they felt the king was traveling and he would need virgins on the other side or whatever, So these things are real. Now, having said that, it's also true that organ harvesting happens all around the world. From my experience here, if you go to the driver's license office, you want to get a driver's license, they will ask you if you want to be an organ donor. Meaning, if you're involved in an accident and you die, can they harvest your organ legally? Yeah. Can they live? Because body parts are needed all around the world. It's a big thing. There is a legal way. There is the underground or black market for it. So it's also a huge business. But what we're talking about here is that you got a 20-year-old boy who is completely lost. He is completely deranged. I think I agree. Somebody who made a comment that he's not alone. This boy is not alone. He's part of some team, some network. A bunch of people who somehow convinced him that, look, you can make it big. You can, if you don't get money, hide your face, all those kind of things, and, so those kind of things get in someone's head, and you want to you lose your way, you lose your head. Obviously this boy is from a responsible home, from what I could tell, father, a lecturer or something like that.
Yes.
So you can imagine there is some kind of value system going on in that family that they are inculcating in this kid, but somehow he got lost. So again, it's totally inexcusable and it's evil, but at the same time, to your question specifically, anybody 20-year-old, you have no reason to do this. You have no reason to if you work hard, if you have goals, if you pursue your dreams, you can make it even in Nigeria. We see it every day. How about we start highlighting some of the positive things happening? We see, especially in the fintech industry, we see young men in their 20s, in their early 30s that are getting funding from overseas, from America, from Europe, for their ideas that they're creating in startup businesses all around. Those are things that are going on, and why can't this young man, for those who want to say, Nigeria is hard, Nigeria is hard doesn't mean you should go and kill somebody or take someone's life. How about those 20-year-olds like yourself that are making things work in spite of the difficulties of the country? So all I can say to that question is, life may be hard, things are difficult. There's always going to be peer pressure. Women are always going to be there. Men need women, women need men. We need each other. But come on, you don't have to descend to this level of evil to take someone's life, especially the person you claim you love.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Toby. Thank you. I really appreciate you all your contribution and for calling in. Thank you so much.
I'm still here. I'll just hang on, guys, but I'm still here.
No wahala.
Okay, that's fine.
So now, young, old, and middle-aged men,
ancient of days,
and ancestors who have not gone to the beyond, living ancestors. Because
people that have gone to the beyond,
I'm redefining ancestors.
Okay,
that's why I said living ancestors. For you to be a living ancestor, you should be 70 years old, 80 years old, and all those things. But you are living. There's always going to be peer pressure. You are hearing from your fellow men. Peer pressure, in short, from the day you are born, peer pressure is with you.
They will pressure you. Start crawling. Start talking.
Your mate
start walking.
Potty training. Peer pressure is always there at every stage of your life.
Well, how do you handle
social media is here to stay for life. It's not going anywhere. There are, like Toby has highlighted, there are also young people that are doing very well in the same Nigeria, using their skills and their talents, and they are doing it the right way.
Take a look at the entertainment industry.
That's number one. If you ever watched the last Big Brother for last year, they are big Naira folks. They are young people. They were the major sponsors of that Big Brother show. They are young people.
I think even during the SARS, we were the flutter wave too. Young people. These are young, brilliant minds. So what are you using your mind for? Everywhere in the world, there's hardship.
There's hardship. You think in Canada there's no hardship?
Everywhere in the world, there's
hardship.
But what are you going to do about it in a positive way?
Number two, they used to. I be the musician that said social media no be real life. They can confirm. It's not real life. What other people do with their life on social media, whether they are flaunting things, should not be a prerequisite for your motivation in a negative way. That your mates are driving cars, they are spraying money, they are splashing money. There's no source, because I'm of the belief that if you work very hard for your stuff, you know, you'll sometimes be very tight. Look the other way, it's all entertainment. When you watch TV and you see all those things in the past where like social media wasn't really big, you continue with your life.
Exactly. You cannot blame
you have to
people that use
the tool. You will have to go to social media for social media to influence you. If it's influencing you in a negative way, deactivate the app. Go online and look for things that will inspire you. Trust in your process. Taking someone's life is not an option. Stealing people's money or Yahoo, if you do the crime, you will do the time. Hear out the story from Samolu talking about his former classmate back in the days that could have been a medical doctor, but at 40 years to even get to medical school in Nigeria, your brain.
You know how many rats they go don't kill for lab experiments, for biology class.
Jam, all the exams, writing everything. That guy could have been,
they would have had to draw.
That guy could have been a medical doctor today, saving lives. But now he's still reigning from the so-called choices that he has made. Peer pressure is not going away. You cannot blame social media for your problem because you have to download the app and be using it.
And it's free.
So if you think those things are troubling you, you can deactivate it.
And some people want to say, oh, apart from the peer pressure, people also peer pressure themselves. Sometimes it might not even be the society that is telling you, it might be you. You go to all these things. And sometimes you find young people that compare other people's growth to their own. So for example, in your 20s, you're seeing an entertainer, an actress, a musician or whatever in their late 20s, early 30s, they are living the life. Forget that those people have worked hard
since they were babies.
They have worked hard for the money that they are having today, for everything that they are doing today. They've worked very, very hard. So you cannot compare your today to somebody else that has been living their today for many years.
Tammy is living in America. She has said America is hard. Everywhere in the world, it is hard.
Everywhere. There's nowhere that you block money or get quick cash from. There's absolutely nowhere.
And those of you young men that are deceiving your person you say that you love, you will lure the woman. At that time, it will happen in Edo State. It was last year.
Yeah, Edo State.
That young lady that went to her boyfriend's house. Said, "Come."
Died.
The guy is also, I don't know that they allege that's a Yahoo boy. He also, kill them and all those type of things for money. Then you'll be running away. Ask yourself, if you are doing this ritual killing, you trust in the ritual killing, why are you running away?
Why are you running?
Why are you running? Why can't you face with your full chest and do the time?
If you think you are doing the right thing, why are you running away?
So we hope that justice will be served The reason why I asked the men on the platform that came on the platform today, I'm thankful for them. Felix left. I wanted to ask Felix the same question because I know he's very passionate about this topic. Toby and Samolu has given their own wisdom from a male perspective. First of all, people come and say, "Oh, women, you cannot understand the struggle."
Yeah, hearing the men now. They say women will always be here. There's no way. So we are not for the women now.
We give birth to mankind, but we expect the men to be kind to us. Okay, and the culture of victim blaming should stop in the African context in Nigeria. Stop blaming the victim. Stop over advising victim because somebody cannot be too safe or over safe. You will say, "Oh, investigate. Know the family he's coming from. Know the lifestyle."
It's not good to go into a relationship like that.
Oh, you should also be able to investigate, know his family, know how much he's earning, if he can afford it. When you look at the face of Moses Oko, what do you see? A young guy, 20-year-old, harmless looking. If you want, you can play back our video and you will see we had a video of him where we played the video of him and the lady. Today, those are the lessons I have to say. Follow your path. Don't be using social media as your yardstick to judge your hustle or your journey in life. And everybody's destiny is different.
Pressure, for you to act on pressure, you also have to act. Be strong. People are just allow themselves for anything. Why can't you be influenced by good thing? If you are highly influenceable, why can it not be something good?
Why can't you good peer pressure?
You will never. Because peer pressure is not a bad thing. It's the bad one that is bad, and the good one that is good.
Be influenced by the good peer pressure, which AKA they call it motivation.
Motivation. You know, So I don't think anybody will come into the studio again.
Yes. So
if Samolu or Toby have any final words to
say,
we can drop it and then we can
conclude for today. So Toby and Samolu, if you have any final words, you can drop it down. You can let us know. Otherwise, we're closing the show for today.
Yeah, I think you guys have said it all, guys. Great show as usual. I just hope and wish that we will continue to get better as a society. When you hear of things like this happening in this day and age, it just shocks the conscience. You're like, why would somebody do this? Why? I honestly, I'm at a loss for words, to be honest, which is very, it's sad. It's just sad nonetheless. I want to also appeal, maybe use the opportunity to appeal to, if they're listening, to leaders, those who are community leaders. If you're a preacher, if you have some kind of bully pulpit, where you influence people, address these things. Use your platform to talk about these things. It's not just about, I'm going to heaven, I will make heaven, you're going to hell. This is not me picking on anyone, but you have to live here first. Yeah, you have to live here first. And are you happy living in a society where with all this chaos is going on? So you are preparing people for heaven. You're telling them to be, you got to speak to these things directly. You got to address them. You got to challenge people. You got to challenge the young generation. Instill value systems that will make society livable and a great place for us. Otherwise, we're all going to suffer.
Sure.
We are all going to suffer. You can think you live in your bubble, you hide in your jet, you hide in your mansion. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before it comes close to you or somebody that you know. So those who are in a position of authority in some way, shape, or form, use your platform to speak directly to these ills. It's an ill in our society. And it's a stain. It's a stain on the conscience. It's a stain on us all, regardless of where it's happening. The fact that you have, like the other lady you guys talked about in Plateau State, like, who is giving the press conference? Who is giving us the details? Who is talking? Who is carrying the community along? Who is giving us the minute by minute? In some countries, if this were to happen in some countries in the world, the country will shut down.
I'm telling you, absolutely.
Like there will be flags will fly at half mast. Like the system will shut down. But you can look at our leaders. They are still. You watch the National Assembly. They're still laughing there and sharing money. Because I mean, the other time, just to kind of chip this in the Middle Belt, almost 200 people were slaughtered.
Yeah.
I think in one day, the president did not even have the decency to attend the mass burial.
I remember.
There was like, you're like, where is the value
of the Nigerian life in Nigeria?
For human life, for Nigerian life?
Yeah.
Where is the value? So I think that we can blame. I mean, this guy is as evil as it gets. This Moses guy, But then it starts from the top. What value systems are we? What messages are we sending? To these young people. So we're basically saying that our lives don't matter. We're saying that whatever happens to you, you're on your own. When it's so, we could go on and on and on and on and on, but it's a problem of the individual, it's a problem of the society, it's a problem of the government, it's a problem all around. And I just hope that we will continue to do better. Young people, they will find the right inspiration in the right places. Don't give excuses that, oh, my girlfriend pushed me, my girls pushed me. That's nonsense. Anyways, great show, guys. As usual, thank you for taking our time to bring us the details about the case. I never knew about this case. I'm just hearing it for the first time. Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Toby, for your contribution and your advice on the platform. We really appreciate you and your time.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, for some, I don't know if Samulu is still there or if
I'm here. Okay.
So share your wisdom for the community.
Okay. My own closing argument is, we have to start from the family, because family is the unit where you build the foundation for value system. It's where a child or an individual is formed, their outlook about life, their values about how they see money, how they see society. It starts from the family, which unfortunately that in Nigeria today, the family is leaving everything to be for a child to learn from school, to learn from church, to learn from social media, to learn from everywhere. Like I was listening to somebody doing an analysis. He said about 65% of Nigeria daily are online. They might not be online through 24/7 at one point or the other. Can you see the number of people going online? And this is to say that there is a lot of so much influence you're getting on social media that is affecting today's generation. So you as a parent, it is now left for us to make sure that we filter what our kids have access to from the years they are forming to, like from their teenage years till they become an adult. This is where you begin to instill the right value system in them. And how do you see money as a parent? How do you glorify somebody that make money and you don't even know their source of income? How do you worship them? How do you perceive them? Those are the things that we should try and pass on to our generation. I listened to it. There is another one that I saw that you guys did not mention. Maybe you didn't see. A mother connive with another son to use another of her son to do money ritual. Yes, I saw it on Instagram somewhere. A mother connive with a son. Maybe that one is an hustler, that one is a Yahoo boy, and now connive to use the younger brother to do money rituals. It was when they were taking the body to a car, they were stopped. That was when they were caught, and they now realized that they're taking some part of the body or something.
Oh my goodness.
A parent is not that people were asking in the comment section, are you sure it's that woman that gave back to that boy? Because how can you use your own child? Can you see the level of what Nigeria has degenerated to? Although some of these things a lot of these things have been happening alongside. It's just that most of them don't get it to the national TV because that was the only thing available, and national newspaper. Now anybody can report news. From my home, I can put something on the social media. Blogger will take it, go on Twitter, and that's how it goes viral. Although this thing has been happening, but I don't know. I can't even, I can't, because we don't have the right data, we can't compare the level of criminality we have today compared to what used to happen in the past.
Yes, it's
But
true.
the truth is still that what happened now will still influence the next generation. So it is now left for us. How do we try our best as individual from our own unit family? Whatever you do in your family goes a long way to affect a lot so many people in the future, the society. Somebody that became a president was raised from one family before he becomes president and influence society. Mark Zuckerberg was born in a family for him to create Facebook that now billions of people are using. So you can see how when a child is properly being raised, that singular child can go out and influence billions of people from wherever he or is today, because we live in a global community whereby everybody has access to information, social media here and there. And those are the things we need to do. Start from family, try and raise. So I'm trying my best in, instilling the right value system in a child, in our kids. It's not only taking them to religious organization. You can do it from home without even going to you can do it. So this is, so, and another thing is our leader. I don't know, maybe the leader, they are less concerned, or some of them might be involved in some of this shady act. But we need to, and how do we, so if we know that we have the bad leaders, it is now left for us. Nigeria is going to elect new leader in 2023. Everybody living in Nigeria, that you live in Nigeria, make sure you participate in politics by voting, campaign for the right candidate that will, take Nigeria from all this kind of criminalities, all this kind of bad attitude. Make sure you participate. Don't say, oh, it doesn't concern me, because if you put the wrong person, it's going to affect you. Every one of us, we put Buhari there, we're complaining today. So if another person comes there, we're still going to complain for the rest of our life until we begin to participate. So it is left for everyone. Make sure that if the leaders are not responding, make sure we vote for the right leader that will represent us, do our biddings. So that is where we can also start from. We can also start. That is to make sure we put the right people in power. That will be so much concerned about our security, our well-being, and everything. So that is my own point of closing argument. I really appreciate you girls for creating this platform for me to voice out my
opinions,
my mind's opinion. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Samuel. We appreciate you and your contribution. And we respect you so much. You and Omoti, we respect both of you so much. We thank you for your wisdom. We thank you for your openness and your willingness to share. Because there are people who think like you, but they don't have the courage to share, or they don't think that is necessary to share. I want to believe that as you create time and you come on our platform and you share, you take this channel as your own.
You are affecting positive change somewhere.
That men will be inspired when they hear opinions from their fellow men like
you and like Toby, like Felix that spoke today.
Exactly. Who happens to also be a father that is raising his family. So thank you so much, and we appreciate you, and our regards to the wonderful twins and Bella.
Okay, no, thank you. Yeah. My Tola Omoti, he said that regards.
Okay, no wahala. Thank you. All right. Have a good weekend.
Have a good
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
All right, everybody. You've heard, and you've seen what everybody's. Oh, crypto magic. We've not. Welcome to the Common Sense Squad. We've been feeling your comments.
Crypto magic. Thank you for the back-to-back comments.
Thank you. I see you. Said, unfortunately, the bandits are being prepared to cause carnage in polling stations. No one bear polling stations in Nigeria. See, the Nigerian political matter is on another level. And drawing it back to this case, something Samolu said is, who are the parents praising? Who, if in a society like Nigeria, who do we always praise? Are you always hailing the people that get their money through illegal means? Are you praising the right people that do the right thing? All these things are very, very important because young people are watching, right?
And you parents, some of you that are useless parents, because I remember when I was in Nigeria a few years ago, I was listening to the radio station, and some of the people on the radio station, they were saying that some of all these parents, they will push their young children to crime. they will be telling their young children that you not see your mates when you buy car for your mama, you not see your mates when you don't build house.
They went abroad.
They not go back.
They done this for me.
Some will say they never go abroad. They're there here now for the same village, all of them are there. The same time, all of them are there. You know, if you put your head down, make you make money. Useless Nigerian parents. Some of all those useless Nigerian parents that will not work hard for their own money to raise the children that you people are fucked to bring it to this
You
world.
go burn them up and down and turn them to retirement plan.
You people better listen to the advice from Mr. Salmon, a fellow Nigerian parent like you. Your mates that are making positive and affecting positive change
from the family
unit.
Very, very important value system. How we
receive common sense, so receive common sense. Urobo say, "Enyo gwara." Now who they hear, they wise.
Also, before we even close on for today, we want to thank everybody for coming in. Those who commented, those who watched silently, those who have liked the video. If you haven't liked the video, go and collect your text from somewhere.
And those people from Facebook, we
those
appreciate
from Facebook, we are feeling your presence here. Thank you so much for joining us today. Continuing our live shows as we do every Saturday, but during the week we might be in and there with urgent stories. You know, 4 Saturdays is not enough to cover all the things going on in Nigeria, in Africa, and in the world. So on some weekdays, we will come in the evening time. We will always stay posted by visiting our community page. If you don't know where the community page is, it's right here. You will see, you will keep you posted if we'll be coming live. If you're available at that time, you can come in and join us. Otherwise, you watch it afterwards. You watch the ads, you like the video, you share the video. We want this common sense community and the squad members to go viral. We want to affect positive change. We want to teach people that your common sense matters enough. Your common Lisa VP. This your latest Nigerian African time.
VP, are you going to contribute today? Let us spare the link for you.
I will just drop the link. I don't know if VP has heard of this story before because VP is also very wise. If people have seen VP always dropping his comments in the comment section. Okay, VP said he will watch later. Okay, that's fine. That's fine, VP Lisa. Okay, VP means vice president. The vice president of the Common Sense Squad. For those who are just joining us, we are Common Sense Sisters. We have a Common Sense Squad. In this squad, there's already president and vice president. So when you hear us saying all these things, this is what it means. Okay. So we thank you all for watching today, for coming in, for contributing. Those that we can see, those that we can't see, those that we watch in the future. Remember to like the video. Remember to share the video. Remember to leave a comment. Commenting not only helps us, it helps the people around you and those people that come to watch. They get inspired by and also comments. Share the video. Very important. Subscribe and hit on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever we post our videos or whenever we are online. Okay. I think that's all we have to say. So
until we'll see you all next time, may common sense never depart from you. Bye.